Hello and welcome. When you think of ancient Egypt, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most of us, it's the iconic image of the Great Pyramids of Giza, towering monuments to a pharaoh's power, standing proudly against the endless desert sky. We see them in movies, on postcards, and in textbooks. A symbol so powerful it's become synonymous with a civilization that spanned thousands of years. But what if I told you that the greatest secrets of ancient Egypt aren't found within these famous stone tombs? What if the most incredible stories, the most breathtaking architecture, and the most profound mysteries lie elsewhere, hidden from plain sight, far from the well-trodden tourist paths? For centuries, our fascination has been fixated on the pyramids, and for good reason. They are engineering marvels. But this fixation has created a great deception. It has led us to overlook an entire world of forgotten wonders. These aren't just minor sites. They are monumental temples, sprawling complexes, and untouched tombs that have been whispering their stories for millennia, waiting for someone to listen. They are the true heart of ancient Egypt, holding secrets that could completely change your perception of this bygone era. Today, we're going on a journey, an extraordinary adventure beyond the sands of Giza, into the heart of Egypt's hidden past. We'll trek through desolate landscapes and venture into uncharted territories to unearth these forgotten sanctuaries. We'll explore temples that were once bustling centers of life and worship, now silent and waiting. This isn't just a tour, it's a quest for truth, a chance to uncover mysteries that archaeology textbooks have somehow missed. Prepare to have your mind blown. We'll discover jaw-dropping architectural marvels, intricate artwork, and gripping narratives of civilizations lost to time. These aren't just ruins, they are time capsules, revealing secrets that will rewrite history and leave you speechless. So get ready to venture beyond the pyramids. Your perception of ancient Egypt is about to change forever. So, we've set aside the Great Deception. The notion that ancient Egypt's secrets are contained within the pyramids is a thing of the past. Now it's time to begin our true adventure. And to do that, we must turn to the very lifeblood of this civilization, the Nile River. For thousands of years, the Nile wasn't just a geographical feature. It was a sacred artery that nourished an entire empire. It was the highway connecting every great city, the source of fertile land, and a spiritual pathway that guided the living and the dead. As we travel down its waters, we're not heading for the famous crowded temples of Luxor and Karnak. Instead, we're heading for places that feel like they've been waiting just for us. Sites that are often overlooked, but are every bit as magnificent, and perhaps even more revealing. Our first destination takes us far south to a site steeped in myth and reverence, Abydos. For the ancient Egyptians, this was the cult center of Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and it was considered one of the holiest places in all of Egypt. It's a place where the echoes of ancient ceremonies feel almost tangible. The main attraction here is the Temple of Seti Thoth, and it is, without a doubt, one of the most beautiful temples you will ever see. The moment you step inside, you'll understand why. The walls are not just carved, they are a masterpiece of artistic storytelling. The bas-reliefs here are so incredibly intricate, so detailed, and so finely preserved that it's like looking at a storyboard from 3 millennia ago. Every line, every shape, and every figure seems to come alive. And remarkably, you can still see fragments of the original color, flashes of deep blue and vibrant yellow that hint at the temple's original breathtaking splendor. In a world of grand, simple statements like the pyramids, Abydos is the ultimate expression of sophisticated detail and artistry. But there's another reason Abydos is so important. Within this temple lies one of the most crucial historical artifacts ever discovered, the Abydos King List. This isn't just a random list of names, it's a complete chronological record of the pharaohs, from Menes, the mythical first king, all the way down to Seti Thirst himself. This list was, and still is, a cornerstone of our understanding of ancient Egyptian history. It helped us piece together the long, complex tapestry of their dynasties. In a way, it's the physical stone-carved foundation of our modern history books. The quiet, serene atmosphere of Abydos stands in stark contrast to the crowds at more famous sites. It means that to this day it retains a sacred atmosphere, a sense that its secrets are being guarded for those willing to make the journey. It's an intimate experience that shows a side of ancient Egypt that is both artistic and deeply spiritual. Our journey continues northward to another site that reveals a different kind of ancient genius, Dendera. Here we encounter the Temple of Hathor, the goddess of love, music, and joy. From the outside, the temple is an imposing structure, but the real magic is what's above you, on the ceiling. Look up, and your jaw will drop. The ceiling is a vast, painted masterpiece, a cosmic map of ancient Egypt's sky. It's a testament to a civilization that was not only powerful, but deeply intellectual, with a profound understanding of astronomy. The famous Dendera zodiac, now housed in the Louvre, was once here, a precise and detailed map of the constellations. This isn't just art. It's a window into how the Egyptians saw the universe, how they understood the movements of the stars, and how they tied their daily lives to the celestial cycle. It shows us that their worldview was both grounded in the earth and reaching for the stars. And if you think the secrets are only up high, you'd be wrong. Deep beneath the temple, in its narrow subterranean crypts, are some of its most intriguing puzzles. One set of reliefs, known as the Dendera light, has sparked countless theories, with some even speculating it depicts a primitive light bulb. While most Egyptologists believe it represents a more symbolic mythological scene, it stands as a testament to the fact that even after thousands of years, these temples still hold mysteries that confound us. They are a constant reminder that we are still only scratching the surface of their knowledge. What's fascinating about Dendera is that it was built much later than the pyramids, during the Greco-Roman period, yet it remains a magnificent example of traditional Egyptian architecture and art. It shows us that even as empires rose and fell, the core beliefs and incredible craftsmanship of the ancient Egyptians endured. It's a powerful reminder that their legacy was not a single isolated event, but a continuous, evolving story. These two temples, Abydos and Dendera, are just the beginning. They are the whispers of the Nile, beckoning us to explore a hidden world that will completely redefine what we think we know about ancient Egypt. They show us a civilization of meticulous artists, deep thinkers, and skilled builders who were not content with just one style of monumental expression. The journey has only just begun, and the stories we have yet to uncover are even more captivating. In the last part of our journey, we followed the whispers of the Nile to Abydos and Dendera, uncovering masterpieces of art and astronomy that challenged our view of ancient Egyptian ingenuity. But what about the people? What about the stories and the lives behind the magnificent stone? It's time to move beyond the aesthetic and delve into the echoes of a vanished era, where we can connect with the untold histories of this civilization. The pyramids told us about power, but these forgotten temples tell us about people. They tell us about the geniuses, the conflicts, and the spiritual lives that made this empire so vibrant. Our first stop on this part of the journey takes us back to a place you might think you know, Saqqara. You've probably heard of its famous step pyramid, a revolutionary design and the first of its kind. But Saqqara is so much more than a single tomb. It's a vast necropolis, a sprawling city of the dead that was the burial ground for ancient Memphis for over 3,000 years. And within this dusty landscape, the past is being uncovered anew, almost daily. This is where we find a figure so brilliant, his legacy almost defies belief. I'm talking about Imhotep. We often call him the architect of the step pyramid, and that alone is an incredible feat. But ancient texts reveal he was far more than a builder. He was a polymath, a physician who healed the sick, a high priest who communed with the gods, and a visionary whose influence was so profound that centuries after his death, he was worshipped as a god. He was the Leonardo da Vinci of his time. Imhotep's story is a powerful reminder that the geniuses of ancient Egypt weren't just pharaohs and conquerors. They were thinkers and innovators whose influence transcended their own time. And the stories don't stop there. Over the past few years, archaeologists have been making staggering discoveries right here. They've unearthed entire tombs of high officials, not just royalty, that were found completely intact. These aren't just ruins, they are time capsules. Inside, they found sarcophagi, intricate carvings, and statues of people whose names had been lost for thousands of years. These discoveries give us an unprecedented glimpse into the lives of the elite, what they wore, what they valued, and the rituals that defined their existence. It's a humbling experience to stand here and realize that we're not just looking at a ruin. We're peering through a window into a moment that was once vibrant, alive, and full of human stories. These recent finds in Saqqara are changing our understanding of life beyond the pharaohs. They show us a complex society with a powerful bureaucracy and a deep, abiding faith in the afterlife. It's a side of ancient Egypt that the pyramids, in their silent majesty, simply can't convey. Our next journey takes us to the west bank of Thebes, now modern-day Luxor. While the great temples of Karnak and Luxor were built to honor the gods, other structures served a different purpose. I want to show you a place that speaks of power, conflict, and a pivotal moment in history, the Temple of Medinet Habu, built by the great Ramesses III. Unlike the more spiritual temples, this one was a fortress. Its walls are massive and imposing, but the real story is carved into the stone itself. The walls are covered in detailed, vivid reliefs that depict Ramesses III's wars. These aren't just artistic representations. They are a historical record, an epic narrative of ancient conflict. And the most compelling story they tell is the one about the invasion of the so-called Sea Peoples. Who were they? We still don't know for sure, but these mysterious invaders are believed to have been a contributing factor to the collapse of the Bronze Age, an event that reshaped the ancient world. The carvings here at Medinet Habu are one of our primary sources of information about them. You can see the chaos of the naval battles, the distinctive helmets of the invaders, and the desperate efforts of Ramesses III's armies. This temple isn't just a building, it's a history book, carved in stone, that rewrites our understanding of a world on the brink of collapse. It's a story of survival, of a king fighting to protect his empire from a mysterious existential threat. Saqqara and Medinet Habu are more than just archaeological sites. They are places where history stops being just a list of pharaohs and pyramids. They become human, filled with the genius of a man like Imhotep and the struggle of a king like Ramesses III. They are the true echoes of a vanished era, and they remind us that the past is always waiting to be rediscovered if we're just willing to look beyond the obvious. They show us that to truly understand ancient Egypt, we must look not just at its grand monuments, but at the untold stories of the people who lived, worked, and fought within them. In the last part of our journey, we moved beyond the physical structures to uncover the human stories buried within them. Now, we return to the stone, but with a new perspective. We're going to see how the forgotten temples themselves are works of art and engineering that challenge everything we thought we knew about ancient technology. The pyramids are a testament to sheer scale and power, but the temples we are about to see are a testament to pure, unbridled ingenuity and artistic vision. Our next destination takes us back to the banks of the Nile, to a place that stands out for its remarkable, one-of-a-kind design, the Temple of Kom-Ombo. This isn't just one temple, it's two temples in one, a perfectly symmetrical dual sanctuary. What we're seeing here is a temple dedicated to two distinct gods: Sobek, the fearsome crocodile god of fertility and the army, and Horus the Elder, the great falcon god of the sky and light. This dual temple concept is almost unheard of in ancient Egypt, and it's a breathtaking display of architectural harmony. Imagine the planning, the sheer mathematical precision required to build a structure with two completely identical halves. Every entrance, every court, every hypostyle hall, and every sanctuary is duplicated on the opposite side. The left side, dedicated to Sobek, has its own set of reliefs, its own spiritual narrative. The right side, for Horus, tells its own sacred story. This wasn't just a gimmick. It was a profound religious statement, a way to balance two powerful divine forces within a single, elegant building. It proves that ancient Egyptian architects were not just capable of building big, they were masters of complex conceptual design. From the functional brilliance of Kom-Ombo, we travel to a location that showcases a different kind of architectural audacity. The mortuary temple of Hatshepsut, at Deir el-Bahari. Nestled against the rugged cliffs on the west bank of the Nile, this temple doesn't just stand on the landscape, it's a part of it. It's an elegant, multi-tiered structure of dazzling white limestone that rises in a series of terraces and ramps, seemingly carved right out of the mountain itself. This temple looks nothing like a pyramid. It's light, it's graceful, and it's a masterpiece of harmony between man-made structure and the natural world. The story behind this temple is as compelling as its design. Hatshepsut was one of the most powerful female pharaohs in history, a woman who ruled with unprecedented authority. Her temple was a bold statement, a testament to her legitimacy and her divine connection. The walls here are covered in stunning reliefs that tell the story of her divine birth, and most famously, her trading expedition to the land of Punt. It's a temple built for eternity, a timeless symbol of a woman who defied convention and left an indelible mark on history. But perhaps no other forgotten temple demonstrates ingenuity on such an epic scale as our next and final destination, Abu Simbel. Carved directly into a mountain, this temple complex features two massive temples, the greater of which is dedicated to Ramesses II. The sheer size is overwhelming. 4 colossal statues of Ramesses, each over 20 meters tall, sit at the entrance, carved directly from the rock face. It's a testament to raw power, but also to incredible precision. The inner sanctum of the Great Temple is designed with such astronomical precision that on just 2 days a year, the sun's rays penetrate the darkness, illuminating 3 of the 4 statues within. This wasn't just building, it was an act of cosmic alignment. And the story of Abu Simbel doesn't end in antiquity. In the 1960s, with the construction of the Aswan High Dam threatening to submerge the temples forever, an incredible modern engineering feat took place. The entire complex was meticulously dismantled and moved to a new, higher location. This project, which involved cutting the temples into thousands of blocks and reassembling them, is a modern parallel to the ancient ingenuity it sought to save. It's a powerful testament to how a shared appreciation for these wonders can bridge thousands of years of time. As we stand before these incredible structures, Kom-Ombo's perfect duality, Hatshepsut's elegant harmony, and Abu Simbel's cosmic alignment, we can finally see the bigger picture. The story of ancient Egypt is not a single, grand narrative defined by the pyramids. It is a mosaic of diverse styles, brilliant engineering, and unique artistic visions. It is a civilization that could build a monument to scale and power, and at the same time build a monument to harmony, grace, and innovation. The pyramids are just the beginning of the story. But what does this mean for the future of discovery? What lies next? The journey is not over yet. As our incredible journey comes to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've seen. We started with a simple idea, that the ancient Egyptian story is bigger than the pyramids. We left the well-known sites behind and ventured into the heart of a forgotten world. We've been to Abydos, where the art of Seti first whispered forgotten tales. We've stood in Dendera, looking up at a cosmos that connected a civilization to the stars. We've felt the humanity and the brilliance of Imhotep in Saqqara, and witnessed the epic battles of a kingdom fighting for survival at Medinet Habu. We've marveled at the architectural audacity of Kom-Ombo's dual design and the graceful beauty of Hatshepsut's temple carved into a cliff. Every step of this journey has proven one thing. The story of ancient Egypt is a rich, complex tapestry, woven with threads of art, science, history, and incredible engineering. It's not a single, monolithic narrative defined by Giza. It is a mosaic of untold stories and silent wonders, each one waiting to be discovered. And what we have seen today in this film is only a fraction of what's out there. The vast majority of Egypt's hidden past is still buried beneath the sands, waiting for us to find it. This is where the story truly becomes about us and about today. The work of uncovering these secrets is not a thing of the past. It is happening right now. Every day, dedicated archaeologists, historians, and conservators are working tirelessly in the scorching heat, carefully brushing away sand, piecing together fragments of pottery, and deciphering hieroglyphs to reveal more of this incredible heritage. They are the guardians of these forgotten temples, and they are paving the way for the next great discovery that could, once again, rewrite our history books. The future of discovery isn't just about digging, it's about preserving what we've already found. These are fragile treasures, vulnerable to the elements and the passage of time. Protecting them is a global effort, a responsibility we all share. By supporting archaeological funds, conservation groups, and local communities, we can ensure that these temples and their stories survive for future generations to learn from and to be inspired by. This isn't just about preserving old buildings, it's about preserving the human story itself. So I want to leave you with a final thought, a lingering sense of mystery. If we've already found so much beauty, so much ingenuity, and so many untold stories in the places everyone else forgot, what else is still out there? What other temples, what other secrets, what other forgotten legacies are waiting to be unearthed beneath the vast, silent deserts? The pyramids of Giza may be the most iconic structures in the world, but they are just the beginning of the story. And the rest of that story is still waiting for us to write it.